Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Final Fantasy Wiki plays Final Fantasy VII. I am your host, Techno Obliterator, and joining me tonight...
Well, hello, this is Hexed Magica, here to commentate on this and stuff.
This is Kirasu.
And this is Yunchai-san.
And in this episode, we have just made Cloud fabulous, and he has just gotten dressed. And now Aerith is about to get fabulous. Oh, she's Aerith. She's about to get fabulous. And we are going to meet Don Corneo.
You have no idea how much fan art there is of Miss Cloud. There's probably more fan art of Miss Cloud than Cloud himself.
Yeah, I am not surprised at all.
I'm not too sure if that's disturbing or funny.
Aren't some of the Miss Cloud artworks otherwise known as lightning, though?
Why not?
Shots fired. Alright.
Oh my god.
For the time being, since not a lot's going on, I'd like to ask you, probably in alphabetical order, what your experiences are with this game.
My experience with this is pretty much non-existent, as in only 30 minutes on Steam version, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
My
Kirasu?
experience with this game is from a very long time ago, when its graphics did not seem terrible, which tells you how long ago it was. So, yeah, it was something I played through fairly early in my Final Fantasy days, as it is for many of us, I think, and well, it left an impression, certainly. A fun game.
Fair enough.
The original translation certainly added some character to it.
Yeah. Yuan, is it your turn?
Well, I first played this game when I was about 6 years old because my uncle had a copy, and for many years, since he was a great fan of it, he named all of his characters in other games like The Legend of Zelda Cloud, so I thought the main character of The Legend of Zelda was supposed to be named Cloud as well. And then... Look, I didn't speak a lot of English when I was younger. I grew up speaking Cantonese, so it's just like, yeah, his name is Cloud. I'm confused why he's not named Zelda though. Then when I was in high school, I emulated it on my PlayStation Portable, and the game made a lot more sense there.
Fair enough. Okay, this
But
scene
what if
is...
Zelda was a girl?
This scene is, like, supposed to be a bit awkward, because, like, you know, you've just met, like, your childhood friend, and you're cross-dressed. So you can imagine how Cloud's feeling right now. And he's been told by 2 women that they're not interested in him.
I think ooh, here comes the Mrs. and the X kind of applies here, except more awkward.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's a situation that's probably known by quite a few drunk students.
I feel like Cloud's just saying, I'm hidden in my quiet place, I'm hidden in my safe place, don't think about this too much.
Well, you can see, like, Tifa's just jumping up and down, and he's, like, doing his best to not move as much as he can. And now,
Oh god.
this is, like... Why is she plugging her ears there?
Isn't, like, the implication that Aerith is calling her
I think she's trying to give them some quiet time. Aerith is very considerate.
She's not... As we'll see in a minute, she's not going to succeed in doing that. Oh, there, she just
Also,
turned her head right there.
Also, the line there, Barrett squeezed some information out of him, is disturbing in light of the threats that Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa make to Don Corneo later on.
Oh god.
I never thought of that.
I'm sure the internet's gone there already.
Of course.
Quite a few times, probably.
Oh god.
And this bit involves even more awkwardness because Cloud is one of the 3 girls to be with Don Corneo, and we know that they're obviously not his bride; they're his prostitutes for the night. Obviously,
Oh.
she doesn't. Thanks, Miss Aerith. And now, yeah, I think they're being called in now. The Don is waiting.
Like, if
Woman,
Don Corneo is, like, the linchpin of organised crime in Midgard, like, by his title being Don and all, why is it, like, all he do, like, just prostitutes?
Well, it's implied that's one of a few things he does, but obviously, since Toriyama designed this part, then, like, that's all he'll focus on.
I'm surprised it's not retroactively involving lightning.
Well, that does appear to be a torture room down there, so...
Maybe it's just kind of how things are run in Midgar, because it does seem from some of the cutscenes that messing around with these girls is about all President Shinra does as well.
Yeah. And Palmer.
Well, if you've got nothing better to do than be evil, like, may as well.
The thing that annoys me about that bit is when you walk up to the Don and you try and press X, nothing actually happens. You have to walk around him for something to happen. And he gets pretty excited. Very excited.
Wink, wink.
One thing you'll notice when
He's just happy to see you.
you'll notice when
He
you look
remembers
at Cloud.
Cloud.
When he looks at Cloud, like, that way, like, when Tifa and Aerith, he looks at them, like, they don't tilt their heads or anything. I think he's doing it to try and hide the fact he's actually a geezer. That's the only reason I can think of.
Nah, he just wants to give Don Corneo the best possible view.
As we have seen from plenty of subsequent installments, notably Advent Children, Cloud doesn't need to pretend that he's a guy.
I have to say, how does he hide his voice like this, or does he sound like Kirasiu?
Well, I don't think he actually speaks. Until, like,
Just
the bit
sort
we're
of-
about to see.
Just sits
Well,
there crying internally.
Probably.
Didn't he speak just then of, wait, what? Wait a moment.
Oh yeah. We've probably hit it, but you can't really tell because obviously there's no voice acting in this game. That's actually
Maybe Don
something.
Corneo is just really oblivious.
That's actually something I'd be kind of interested to hear about in the remake. How they actually explain that.
Oh god, his bed, the character on it says heaven.
Oh my god.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
That actually doesn't surprise me. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah,
That
it
is
says
terrible.
Oh, I just told
10 in Japanese.
Corneo that Barrett is his boyfriend, by the way. And now this is kind of hilarious. Yep. And Tifa and Aerith come in because they're like female bosses.
It's Barrett's Angels.
Yeah, if you hadn't had Cloud at this bit, like, you'd have had to have joined, like, either Tifa or Aerith, depending on who he didn't pick, and you'd have had to fight a bunch of guards to find your own way in there, and then confront the Don like this. Slight difference, but it's not that much. And now, they give him various threats, such as, I'll rip it off, and Don Corneo puts it up.
It's sort of hard to take this scene seriously.
Well,
Just with the dated graphics, it's just...
I think it's hard to take the whole side quest seriously, and it's not just because of the graphics. Well, like,
This reminds me of the phrase from the Diswell book, so Quies testiculus habes calia et cerebellum, which in bad Latin means when you have a good grip on their balls, their hearts and minds will follow.
It's not wrong.
Oh yeah, so the Don's basically given info to, I think it's Shinra. So apparently they'll trust they'll trust the Don more than they'll trust Avalanche. Oh yeah. This bit
Well,
is dumb.
Avalanche is a terrorist organization. The Don's just a pimp.
That's true. Well, this bit is dumb because it forces you to fall into this trap.
Well,
Yep.
that's pretty accurate.
We're forced to fall into
Why
it.
do we even have that lever?
Oh,
it's
my
Pretty
God.
conveniently placed
Planned in
trapdoor.
advance.
Oh yes, I love this theme. And Shinra are total badasses. Yeah, everyone in Shinra, aside from like 1 or 2, is a fat man. Who's like obviously stuffing their faces because they're so rich. There's not a lot to really say about this bit. This is just like, it's basically just Shinra are the evil overlords that want to destroy everyone, but like they're manipulative in the way that like they don't make themselves look like something to be feared. They make them look like something to be trusted. So what will basically happen is when they destroy the pillar and then they crush Avalanche, like they'll make it look like Avalanche are the ones who destroyed the pillar. So it's a kind of like ingenious evil. That's why I think Shinra I just think they're better villains than Sephiroth, if I'm honest.
Oh, because
Well,
evil.
this Heidegger, I've always been curious about. I mean, his characterization is basically has an annoying laugh. But he's named, I presume, after Martin Heidegger, who's just known for being an incomprehensible German philosopher, who was also a Nazi.
Oh really?
Well, that's
Nothing
the
like
only
ambiguous
Heidegger I
German.
know. It's not a very common name. He's very famous for all the wrong reasons.
Well, you can see why it's not a common name then.
I will read you a quote from Heidegger. The sign by his very nature is a being in the world. His being in the world is characterized by care with its threefold concerns. The sign's epistemological concerns stem from the fact that he finds himself in the world, understands the world, and expresses his understanding in discourse.
Precise.
The sign means being in the world.
That sounds
Sense
precisely...
makes not.
That's precisely not what you'd expect from, like, yeah ha 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 ha, Giza.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
Yeah ha 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 ha. I don't know, I've never known how to pronounce it. Oh yeah, this boss theme's awesome by the way.
Yeah, those who fight further.
Yeah.
Oh, there was tsunami. Yuck.
Well, this tsunami basically does no damage, so tsunami's nothing to worry about.
No, but it's
You
just
can tell
real.
you can tell this game came before the 2004 tsunami then.
Oh dear.
You basically, with one guy, you just use lightning on him, and with the other two, you just attack. There's not a lot to this battle, it's like, really easy. It makes it out to be like some scary sewer kind of boss that they don't want to run into, but it's really easy.
Gameplay.
Well, to be
really
fair,
like
looking at it, it just looks scary, but
Well, yeah, like, a lot of the bosses in Final Fantasies, like, early on, there's basically not a lot to them other than just attack and occasionally use potion. Like, it's different in this game because you've got limit breaks, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's not a lot to it. And now we'll see me getting a yeah with Tifa because I'm pro. Beat Rush.
You're not scared then, missing every single blitz. Well
how
done,
does
you,
one land blitzed?
Well,
you have passed the LP test, you are the master.
LP host has leveled up.
if I had the elemental materia, I don't have it yet, then I could put it with the lightning one on Cloud, and then like Cloud's attacks will do more damage because this boss is weak to lightning. And I will see.
So Cloud should have stayed as female then.
Yeah. So that's one of Aerith's limit breaks, as you see. Like really doesn't do anything offensive. But like, I think she's the only character with purely defensive limit break.
It's a great limit break though. It saved my life so many times.
Yeah, all her limit breaks are great, but like obviously you lose them, so they become useless pretty soon. Cloud's limit break is really nothing special. Yeah, it's just that. It's just a normal critical attack. Oh, I missed it that time. I only got hit. This sucks.
You tried so hard.
Oh, I didn't actually try that hard for that one.
I have to say, I really like the enemy design in all the Final Fantasies because they were just randomly goofy at times.
Hmm.
It was just kind of, yeah, we do what we want, you have a problem.
Yeah, he finally died. He gave like...
It randomly explodes.
Considering how easy that boss was, like killing him is very satisfying. Yeah, everyone leveled up because of that. Which I don't think they deserved anything for that, because that literally involved no effort at all.